Another one, same kind of a thing. Multiply everything by 4. There's a 4, there's a 4, and there's a 4. These cancel, so we have x plus 3 plus 2 times 4 is 8 is less than or equal to 3 times x plus 8. X plus 11 is less than or equal to 3x plus 24. Subtract 2x from both sides. Didn't I just do this one? Yeah, I did. Sorry about that. You do this one. Okay, common denominator of 6 and 8 is 24. So multiply everything by 24. This cancels and you're left with a 4 out front. 4 parentheses 8x minus 5 is less than. These cancel and you're left with a 3 out front. So you have 32x minus 20 is less than 159 plus 20 to both sides. 32x is less than 179. Divide both sides by 32. X is less than 179 over 32. Looks like this one right here. 179 over 32, because you'll have parentheses negative infinity comma 179 over 32 close parentheses. Okay. Now, sometimes our linear inequalities will have 3 parts. Notice there's a less than here and a less than here. So x plus 2 is between 3 and 8. The order of the parts is important. Write the symbols so that they point in the same direction and they both point toward the lesser number. Okay. How do we do it then? We have to solve this by adding 2 to all 3 parts. Negative 4 and 2 is negative 2 is less than x. 5 and 2 is 7. Graph it. Here's negative 2. Here's 7. Here's 0. Since it's parentheses here, we would do it like this. Parentheses negative 2 comma 7 close parentheses. Alright. You do this one and see what you get. Okay, negative 7 is less than x plus 1 is less than or equal to 7. Subtract 1 from all 3 parts, and you get negative 8 is less than x is less than or equal to 6. So it'll be negative 8, comma, 6, bracket. It's like this one right here. Alright, this one's a little bit more difficult because we have to not just add 4 to each part and get 9 is less than 3x is less than 13, but we then have to divide everything by 3, and we get 3 is less than x is less than 13 thirds. Here's 0, here's 3, here's 4, 13 thirds is right here, and it's between these two. Parentheses 3, comma, 13 thirds, close parentheses. Okay, so if we have a linear inequality in 3 parts, we're either going to have one point, a line to the left, a line to the right, or something between. Let's look at some applications. When we see in words these different things, we can translate them into an inequality. A exceeds B, A is greater than B. A is at least B is greater than or equal to B. At least is the exact same as no less than. At most, and then no more than. So let's look at the example here. A rental company charges $5 to rent a leaf blower plus $1.75 per hour. Marge Ruberg can spend no more than $26 to blow leaves from her driveway and pool deck. What is the maximum amount of time she can rent the leaf blower? Okay, so it's $5 plus 1.75 per hour, 26. She can spend no more than. So in other words, it's going to be less than or equal to $26. Subtract 5 from each side. We get 21 is less than 1.75 h. Divide both sides by 1.75. H is less than or equal to 21 divided by 1.75 is 12. So it's going to be less than the maximum amount of time she can rent it for is 12 hours. Okay, you do this one. Okay, $300 plus 0.10 per copy. Company B charges $600 plus 0.05 per copy. What is the number of company copies above which company's age charges are higher of the two? So 300 plus 0.1 C is greater than 600 plus 0.05 C. We want the first one to be bigger than the second one. Okay, let's subtract 0.05 C from each side. And let's subtract 300 from each side. And we get 0.05 C is greater than 300. Divide both sides by 0.05. C, since it's a positive number, we don't change the sense. 300 divided by 0.05 gives us 6,000 copies. So above 6,000 copies, A will be more expensive. Actually, if I were to show you the graph of it, here's the number of copies. Here's the cost. All right, the first one is 300 plus 10 cents. Oops, 300 plus 10 cents a copy. 600 plus 5 cents a copy. The first one is cheaper in here. The second one is cheaper over here, and this is 6,000 copies. We're going to talk more about that when we graph equations next chapter. Abby has scores of 92, 90, and 84 on her first three tests. What score must he make on his fourth test in order to keep the average of at least 90? Okay, so 90 is going to be greater than or equal to... I'm sorry, let's do it the other way around. The average, 92 plus 90 plus 84 plus his fourth test divided by 4 is going to be greater than or equal to 90. Notice I did the average by adding the 3 up and the fourth one, which I don't know what it is, and dividing by 4. Also, if you notice, I can solve this by multiplying both sides by 4, and I get 92 plus 90 plus 84 plus f is 360. 92 and 90 and 84, I'm going to add that up. 92 plus 90 plus 84, that adds up to 266, plus f is greater than or equal to 360. Subtract 266 from each side. And I get f is greater than or equal to 94. Now, what question did they ask? What score must he make? He must make greater than or equal to 94 on his fourth test. Okay, let's look at the last one. Jim has gotten scores of 71 and 87 on his first two tests. What score must he get on his third test to keep an average of 80 or greater? Okay, I'll let you do it. So we have 71 plus 87 plus the third test divided by 3 is greater than or equal to 80. Multiply both sides by 3, and we get 71 and 87 is 158, plus t is greater than or equal to 240. Subtract 158 from each side, and we get t is greater than or equal to 240 minus 158 is 82. So we must have at least an 82. And that's how you do those problems, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.